It's been a while, Rick. Yeah. How you been? Fine. It's been.
And I'll pause right there. Detective Mattingly, do you recognize the voices in that recording?
I do.
And who are those voices we're hearing?
Myself and Principal Rich Gardner.
Does this, in fact, appear to be a correct depiction of the audio recording that you made that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, based on that, the state would move for the admission.
Any objection?
No.
All right, Exhibit 427 is admitted.
And Your Honor, the state would intend to play the exhibit partway through.
All right, if you'll please identify the portions you play when you publish.
And Your Honor, the state will begin to play from minute mark 5:50.
I was at the wrong door. Now you're going to go at the front. I apologize. Um, I'm Bruce Mattingly with Fremont Sheriff's Office. And the sheriff said that you've been working at trying to get a hold of us.
Yes.
And to talk on the autopsy results. We've been trying to get a hold of you and other family members, but probably been a comedy of errors. We haven't been able to do so.
Okay.
And which is why we showed up here, because we'd like to be able to talk with family, because I know you were the one that made a request,
yes.
Right? So we'd like to be able to do that. And
I'm going to pause here momentarily. Do you know who that female voice is that we're hearing?
That was Emma Daybell.
And did you hear in there where she confirmed she was the one that had requested the autopsy results?
Yes.
I'm
going to continue playing. I stopped it at 6:31 for the benefit of the record, and I'll continue playing from 6:31.
Because you're here, we're here. Want to take a few minutes and talk about that and go over that? Or? Okay. Who is the attorney so we can contact?
So we've worked with Josh Garner before, but right now we don't have an attorney-client relationship with any particular attorney.
Okay. So we
decided we're gonna wait to learn what it is when you're ready to release it.
Okay. That is a choice, but we usually just let family. We always let family know. Personally, I've not had anybody really say that they want to wait. That's a little.
We're just not interested in interviewing, answering any questions. We just want to see it.
Sure. We'd like to at least let you know what's in it, and tell you about it. We're not asking for an interview.
I'm going to pause right there, Detective Mattingly. Did you hear Emma again decline to see the results?
Yes.
And what did you tell her in relation to whether or not she would have to be subjected to an interview?
I told her she didn't have to do an interview.
For the record, stopped at minute mark 7:35, and I'll continue playing from there.
So, and of course, like now, if you're always free to leave, you can tell us we're done, anything. We're not looking to ask questions. We do want to just let you know the findings.
And again, stopping at 7:45, Detective Mattingly, did you again hear yourself confirm she would not have to provide information?
Yes.
And starting again from 7:49.
And then later the report will, attorneys will get everything. But where we know it's back, you know it's back, we want to let family know.
Okay.
And let people know what the results are. We can't go in depth on the report, but we can talk and give general findings, at least for now. So would you like that? Would you like to do that? What are your... Okay, do you want me to set that up with Josh?
I'll have him call you.
Okay. Can I give you my card so he knows who to call? That'd be great. This is the number, right?
Yep.
So I said that. He knows me, he knows my number. I also, just for preparatory, I was hoping to find you, and I'm glad I did. This number on the back is for victim services, which helps with counseling and anything else because you lost your mom. That's what this number's for, is to help with that.
Okay.
Okay? It is our prosecutor's office. You don't have to talk to the prosecutor. Just say, hey, I'm looking for help with victims services. Here, I'll give you that. And that's for you, for the kids, the rest of your siblings. Okay?
Okay.
And then Josh, he can.
Do you have Josh's number?
Yeah.
Okay.
And pausing at 9:23, Detective Mattingly, did you in fact offer Miss Murray contact information for victim services?
I did.
Did you also offer her contact information for the prosecutor's office?
Yes.
What did you expressly tell her in relation to the prosecutor's office?
To call the prosecutor's office for the help with the victim services. And more specifically, she didn't have to talk with anyone with the prosecutors.
And playing from 9:23.
All right. Are they building a new school over there?
They are. We're
Which one is
growing.
that?
So that's gonna be a junior high, and then they're taking third grade out of the school. This is K-3. They're moving
Wow.
third grade over there. That's 4 through 6 right now, and
So
then
you move over there?
sixth grade. Yeah, I'm moving over there across the field, and then they're moving 6th grade over there. There's a junior high down the road that they'll move over there, and then the high school will stay the same. We're just
Okay.
trying to wait until it's finished. It was supposed to be done by this fall, but you know how
It was,
Especially these days.
for sure. So, are you increasing more principals?
no, it'll be the current principal of the junior high. I'm not sure what they'll use that building for.
Okay.
There was
Alright.
talk about it being a YMCA, but that was just a Sugar City rumor.
I know how small town rumors go.
Yeah, I think they just want a swimming pool, but yeah, so it'll be mostly just rotation.
All right. So I do want to let you know, because we've been having difficulties trying to get a hold of people. Today was the day that we were able to get other deputies, officers to go out and try and find and make contact one way or another.
Okay.
So, if you hear from other family members or you don't, it might be dependent upon if we were able to find them or not. Okay, so I don't want that to be a big blame thing. I just want to let you know, hey, we haven't been able to get hold of anybody. And it's important to be able to let people know or have that opportunity. That's what we were working on. So,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
And pausing at 11:13, Detective Mattingly, you were informing her that other family members were going to be contacted. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you know who some of the other family members that contact was going to be attempted with?
Judge, objection on foundation.
Sustain.
Based on the investigation, did you discuss things with other investigators?
Yes.
And you indicated that you had met and talked about going out to try to provide results to some of the kids, the autopsy results?
Yes.
Do you know who some of the other individuals from the family were that contact was going to be attempted with?
I do.
And who was that?
Judge, objection, still insufficient foundation.
Overruled.
Garth Daybell, Seth, and Leah.
And was the attempt to reach out to some of those kids going to be done around the same time you were attempting contact with Emma?
Yes.
And at the end of that, did you hear Emma tell you thank you?
She did.
And there was some conversation between you, Emma, and Lieutenant Ball. Did you also hear that?
I did.
I'm going to continue from 11:13.
Josh knows how to get a hold of me. We've talked before, both Vince, he knows how to get a hold of Vince, our office. We're not that big. So have him give us a call. Then we can go out and sit down with him and you and talk about it.
And then, in fact, I think he said, that was he was representing what shore, so he.
That is true. He did reach out and he said, Emma called, we were going to do a schedule, but he says, as far as I know, I'm not representing, but maybe things have changed.
Okay.
So, get that ball rolling. I'd like you to know about that.
Okay.
Okay? But that's, I'm not going to make anything up or make you do anything. I do want to let you know.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yep.
And stopping at 12:14 or 12:15. Detective Mattingly, at the time you were attempting to share these results with Miss Murray, was this still an active investigation?
It was.
And is it fair to say you were not going to provide her a copy of the autopsy at that time based on that?
Correct.
But you were willing to sit down and go over some of the results with her?
Yes.